Hey y'all, Miss Flowers here on Instagram and YouTube. I got two screens going right now, and I'm not gonna keep you guys long. But when it comes to I'm supposed to introduce myself and all that stuff. You guys don't know who I am. I am Miss Flowers. I'm a holistic wellness coach. I am helping you create self-love within yourself. I don't know self-love flags, all that stuff that you feel like you're holding on to when you don't really have to hold on to it because you're lacking self love, or holding on to people that you probably shouldn't be holding on to because of the lack of self love. So I just want to say I've been there, I've done that. I'm still going through the process of being more self aware and more accepting of myself, because there's everybody falls short somewhere, and that's fine. But when it comes to self care and self love and making sure that you're doing the work on the inside and not just slathering something on your face every couple of days and calling it self love, it's time to do that and it work. Because some of us, and I'm saying us, have been through a lot of stuff. And some of it is because of the lack of self love. And some of it is because we're not being self aware of the people that we let in our life. Hey, girl. So we have to become a lot more self aware. I'm not going to say a little bit, a lot more self aware of the things we do to our bodies, the people that we are around. Because a lot of times, some people, you really feel like you're probably in a depressed state. You're it's probably more sadness, but you probably feel like you're in a depressed state because of some of the people that you're around. So the other day, I asked a question, and I did a video yesterday. What are some of your biggest challenges when it comes to starting your self love journey? And I had a few people respond to the question. On YouTube, though, yesterday I was playing around with StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard for YouTube. Sorry, guys, if you hear that motorcycle or whatever it is, he keeps going up and down the hill. He's actually getting on my nerves. But I can't wait any longer for him to keep doing whatever he's doing. He's just going up and down the hill. And I uh I went on YouTube to do a live on YouTube through StreamYard. But for some reason, I don't know what's going on. Hi, how you doing? The the stream, I went on, I was really on there trying to hear what my sound sounded like, but I ended up doing a live stream. I thought I deleted it. I didn't delete it. So I had set it up because I was gonna do the video through the live stream, but it doesn't, because I'm on a free plan right now, because I haven't figured out which one I want to use, if I want to use StreamYard or something else. So I'm on a free plan. It doesn't save your live stream. So when I seen that pop up that the live stream is not going to be saved, I cut it off. And then I went back and I listened to it, but I thought I deleted it and I didn't delete it. So then I had someone answer the question, because I put that question in my description. And she said, the fear of losing people who I believe love me. And that it kind of like made me like, like, because the fear of losing people, some people have that fear so much that they don't change because they have that fear of losing people. And my thing is, if, let me backtrack, believing that you're going to lose somebody that you believe loves you, like it's not it's not a great feeling. That fear is so real. It is. And I'm sure it's probably almost like a paralyzing feeling to feel like if you want to do better mentally, physically, financially, you want to do better, preparing yourself to lose people is going to be hard, especially if you're a people pleaser, especially if you feel like these people are all I got. It's going to be hard. And when you look at the word believe, like it's actual factual, you believe that in your whole heart. And when she said it, I was just like, oh my goodness, like that's like it's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that you're going to lose people that you probably grew up with, family members, sometimes parents, knowing that you're going to lose these people because you want better is it, like I said, it's probably a paralyzing feeling. It's probably so strong that they're stuck in that fear that they don't even know what their next move is going to be. And that's like people who my pastor used to always say, one of my pastors, he used to always say, do it scared. If you're going to do something, you're scared about doing it, do it scared. No matter what, at the end of the day, you know you want more for your life. That's like people who move out of the projects or they move out of the hood and then they move somewhere else. They move in a better neighborhood or they move across town or across the country and their life is better. And you get people that say, "Oh, but you think you're better than us," or "you you bougie now," or "Oh, you live in the suburbs," and they have so much to say about you because they were too afraid to change. Because in reality, you don't have to do it alone. There are going to be some people that you're going to lose, and it is what it is. And I know that like you said, that fear is real. You're going to lose those people. But at the same time, if you really think about what the end is going to be, and think about these people that I'm losing, am I really like I'm more their go-to than I'm their, I'm their go-to, but I can't go to them. I'm there for them, but when I need something, it's like, oh, they don't answer the phone. They don't know nothing. I need about $50. Oh, I ain't got it. But they can come to you for everything. Once you really put people where they need to be. I used to say put people on the shelf. You got people that are because I used to keep people in categories after a while I stopped doing that because I had people that would call me when they wanted to do something, and if I was bored enough I would go do it, or I had people that would call me when they needed to vent, and then you had people who genuinely love you and they want to see the best for you. So those people and you, once you get out of the fear of losing, those people are going to help lift you up because they want to see you do the best. And those are probably going to be the people that you really don't even rock with that hard. And then you're going to end up getting closer with them because they want the best for you. They know there's potential in you, but they also know that only you could pull out that potential. They can't pull it out of you. And some people will do that because it's a reflection of what they're not doing right. So some people they don't. Some people, and it goes both ways. Like they're not doing what they need to be doing. They know. You done started a business. They know 10 years ago they was gonna start a business, but they didn't start the business. They just sat and they talked about it. But you starting a business now. They're telling you everything that can go wrong with the business when they haven't done anything. So sometimes it is a reflection, and sometimes people don't want to see you do good because now you're doing good. Now, oh, look at her. Oh, she done got a Range Rover now. She used to be driving that Honda. Like people, people are so miserable sometimes, and if you are, because I used to tell people all the time, I used to be somebody's company to their misery, and they was my company to my misery. So sometimes you got to stop being that company to their misery because that's all you are. You're not even if you really look at it and really like we're not even really friends. And that could be family too. Like we're not even really that tight. Oh, I love that saying. And you be thinking about it after a while because if you really think about the end of what things are going to be, if you know you need to go to therapy, the first thing some people will tell you, especially church people, oh, you just need to pray. You just need to pray. Well, I'm praying, but it's not working. Or I'm not saying the right thing. Or I'm not getting what I need. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody outside of church. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody outside of family. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody outside of your friendships because they will have a different perspective on things and they don't know you. So you can sit and talk to that person. When the first time I talked to my therapist, I probably cried the whole session. They don't know you. They're getting to know you, but they don't know you. They don't they don't know who you really are. They're trying to figure you out. You're trying to figure them out. So when you get to, hey Kane, when you get to the point of um I need more. I need more than just what this is and what that is. I need more. So in order for you to get to your more, you're going to have to do some different things. You're going to lose some people. And if you don't believe anything that I'm saying, you're going to lose them. They may come back later because they gotta catch up with you mentally. They might come back. Glow. You see it? You see it? They might come back after mentally cut because they gotta get their mind right. Because if they can't get their mind right and you hanging with them and you trying to get right, it's not gonna work. That's like being on a team and you're doing all the oh, I was just talking about this on my story. You're on a team, you're going to practice, you're practicing outside of practice, you're doing what you need to do, you're eating right, you're doing all this stuff that you need to do in order for you to help your team win. And then now you got this person and they just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So you can't pull everybody up. And that's okay because everybody cannot go with you. And some of you are probably in a state of you're probably stagnant and you feel like I need more, but this is not. Some of the people in your life need to go because they're weighing you down. And you know who they are, just like I know who they are in my life. So you know certain people are weighing you down. They can't go with you. They can't, they can't, they can't level up with you. And so it's like, I gotta leave them behind. Maybe they could come later. Maybe not. And then in the process of you leveling up, majority of the time you make new friends anyway. You meet new people. Sometimes even people in your family that you didn't even really rock with, you start talking to them and you're like, oh, they on the same level that I'm on. They're trying to do the same things that I'm doing. So it's not always losing because sometimes you got to lose to win. And because you learn within that stuff, you learn. I call them type of people sour dish rags. Yeah, it's time for them to go. Get new dish rags. It's time. It's time. It's time for them to go. Why do you think it's hard? It's so hard for people to let that go. I think people just get used to being not used to being. They get used to people being around them, and they don't want to look outside of those people. Not even thinking to themselves that you're more important to those people than they are to you. And I'm not even trying to make it seem like you're higher than this or whatever, but they come to you for everything. Every time you turn around, some kind of drama, they coming to you to tell you the drama. And you like, I don't want to hear this drama. I don't want to hear this drama. And once you get to that point where you're like, I don't want to hear this drama, I don't want to be part of certain things, then it's like, oh, she thinks she better. He think he better than us. Like simple things like if you go out with some people and you say, I'm not drinking. And they be like, what you mean you're not drinking? I'm not drinking. I told somebody that we had went out. I was like, I'm not drinking. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not drinking? I'm not drinking. Because the time before that we had went out, I only had two drinks. It was like two. Not that I'm like 10 drinks in at any time, but two drinks, I was like, that's the minimum. Then the next time we went out, I'm not drinking. Because when I get up in the morning, I'm usually up sometimes by 5 o'clock. I'm up by 5 o'clock. If I'm drinking, I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock. I'm getting up at noon. I got stuff to do. So, in order for me to make sure I get up early enough, I can't drink. I'm not drinking. Hola, chica. I'm not drinking. When you level up, so does the energy you choose to be around. Right. And that's another thing. You have to start talking to other people because a lot of times you don't make new friends because you don't talk to nobody outside of the circle. So you have to start talking to other people, even if it's just online. I got mad online friends at this point, like especially with COVID and different groups that I was in. I got a handful that I probably talk to on a regular basis. And I got maybe like two that I talk to every day. Kane is one of them. Talk to Kane like every day. But let me use Kane as an example. Kane is a business owner. Kane is on her stuff. So every once in a while, Kane goes ghost. And I'm like, all right, Kane, where you at? What's going on? And she be like, I'm doing da 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 da. After that, I leave Kane alone. Because I know Kane is doing what she needs to do. If you got friends that can't respect that you want to change your life, so you have to separate yourself from them a little bit, and they can't respect that, they are not your friends. They are not your family. Whoever it is, they don't care about you like you think they care about you. And once you come to that realization that if they don't respect what I'm doing or trying to do, why should I be around them? Why should I keep them around? So when you really think about losing people, I'm going to say 97% of the time, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And I don't, I was big on cutting people off, like cutting people off. But once you get to the point where you know these people are just, they ain't no good to themselves. So how they going to be good to you? Especially now, I'm 40, I'll be 44 in July. It's okay to burn some bridges, contrary to what we have heard. It is. And it's okay to forgive people and not let them back in. You ain't got to let them back in. I forgive you. Like now, it might be time to just don't go back. I forgive you, but we can't be friends anymore. I forgive you, but hi, I see you in the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? That's it. It's true, I do. And Mika can see things beyond the business mindset. I'm always in business mode. She helps me to see in those corners. Right. I feel like we're what is it? Yin and yang. Like we're like the same, but then we got that opposite thing going on. Because for one, when you have friends, you need different types of friends. And once you notice that you have the same type of friends, like I grew up in a project. I know people who stayed in the project and got their own apartment in the projects that I lived in because they wanted to stay in the project. As soon as I had a chance to get out, I got out. And I was like, I ain't going back there to that particular place. I was like, not going back there. Because a lot of people were like, well, just get an apartment up there. And I was like, I lived up there my whole life. Like, no, we're not doing that. It's time to it's time to move. Like right now, the place that I'm in right now, I need to move. I know I need to move because my neighbors are being weird. Every time I turn around, somebody's doing something weird. And it's not to the point where like, no nobody's doing nothing crazy, but sleeping in a car in the winter when they have a place to stay, like it's just little weird things that are going on and the arguing neighbors. And then I got one neighbor, she's trying to tell my people that they can't park in a certain visitor spot. So I'm like, all of y'all done lost your mind because I don't bother nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I don't even know certain people's names. I got one neighbor that I talk to. I literally call her neighbor because I don't remember her name. And then there's another lady, I hardly see her, but when it's time to move, sometimes you gotta move spiritually, sometimes you gotta move physically, sometimes it's just moving. You're just moving, and you have to drop them people because they're weighing you down. That's just like you getting in the water and somebody is drowning, they're holding on to you, but you can hardly swim yourself, and they're holding on to you, and you're trying to get yourself together, but they're holding on to you. So it's like these people are weighing you down. If you really feel that losing those people is going to be the worst thing in your life, trust me, it's not. It's not. Some of us need to blow that issue up to keep right, right, and call it a day. Because once you do that, like it's no looking back. Like what had happened to the 'cause I used to go to church, y'all, so Bible stories might come up. But homegirl's wife in the Bible, she looked back. She got turned to a pillar of salt. And I know some people don't believe in the Bible. They do, they don't, whatever. But I feel like the Bible is full of stories. And it's stories for your life, some of them. But she got turned to a pillar of salt because she looked back. And that was the main thing, Lodge. That was the main thing. Don't look back. Because looking back, how you looking back trying to go forward? That's like driving a car. You're going forward in the car, you're in drive, but you're looking back. How you driving like that? You can't. You're gonna hit something. It don't make sense. So if you keep looking forward, doing what you're doing, and you got to put them blinders on. You got to put them blinders on because it's going to be some stuff that's going to come up when you really say, I'm done with these people. I'm done living the way I'm living. It's going to be some stuff that is going to come up. Me and Kenny had this conversation today. It's going to be some storm. And I told somebody, I was like, listen, it's going to be a storm. Like in my family, if it starts thundering and lightning, most black people believe this anyway. If it's thundering and lightning, you go to sleep. Like it doesn't matter. You stop what you're doing and you go to sleep. You don't answer the phone. You don't touch no water. Nothing. You go lay down, and when you wake back up, the storm is over. So once you do turn everything off, ain't nothing on. Tired of your own shit, right? When you get tired of it, your own stuff going on. You get tired of your own stuff. You getting tired of you. It's like now I got to do something. Now I got to do something. I'm not gonna say drastic, but now I got to do something big. Now I got to really like. I gotta move some stuff around. I gotta move it around, get it out. Like just like taking out the garbage. You ain't gonna leave no garbage in your house. Right now, where I'm at, it's 70 degrees out. Imagine cleaning out your fridge and then it's 70 degrees out for 3 or 4 days. You cleaned out your fridge. All the spoiled, the stuff is spoiled. You cleaned it out. You throw it away. You leave it in the garbage. How is that gonna smell after probably a day? Especially if you got a where my kitchen is, the sun hits that. So if you would my grandma would make us take our earrings off. I never heard that one. You gotta really really think about it. It's gonna smell. And after a while, it has to be taken out. It has to be taken out. It's time for you to stop fearing about ugh. It's time for you to stop fearing losing people. Because in reality, mentally, you already separated yourself from them anyway. That's why it's a fear of losing them. Because you already separated yourself mentally. Now the physical has to come. Because the what they say, natural and spiritual they go hand in hand all the time, no matter what. No matter what you believe, whatever you feel in your head, whatever you feel in your gut, whatever you feel in your spirit, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have to separate physically. Some of you might have to change your number, not answer the door. And it is what it is, but great message and thank you for this reminder. You're welcome, sis. You're going to have to change. And that's okay. Because change doesn't always have to be bad. And losing people doesn't always have to be bad. So drop that dead weight. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you guys later.